Asia, great speech. Thank you so much. I want to say hi to some of my old friends. Lori Von Ham back there. You know, let's give her a hand. She ran the Lingle volunteer outreach, I think the first 2 times she ran. Of course, twice, okay? Henry Vincent's here. He helps people get elected, very active. Where's Leon? Is Leon still here? There he is, Leon. You know, Leon, all these years I've known you, I don't know your last name, it's just Leon.
See you.
And I'm sure Rita's here too. Rita, where are you, Rita? There she is. Okay, there she is. And Carol Powell from the stage. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. I'm sure I know Art Hannon, my brother. I love you, Peg. He's running for state senate, a great candidate, very active, influential in his community, well known. He's going to do great. Oh, a note for all the candidates running. People will tell you, oh, you need so much money, you can't do it. You need $1 million. You need 60,000. You need city council. You need 100,000. Just work hard. It will come. God gives you what you need, not what you want. Right? So he's going to give you enough so you can run that competitive campaign. The first time I ran, I didn't have anything. My wife and I moved into the district from Khalid, moved into IA. I didn't live there. And I ran for office back in 1996. Had no money. I could barely pay the rent. But if you work hard, you knock doors, you talk to people, oh, Mrs. Smith, you write your name down, then you send them a thank you note, a follow-up note, and then a couple months later, you send Mrs. Smith a fundraising letter. And she's going to send you $10, $25, and that's how you build your list. Unless you're like Diamond here, he just goes out and grabs a big donor by the jugular and they give him $2,000 to $4,000. So you guys don't know how to raise money, that's Diamond. By the way, he's only 24 years old, right? And I sit down and talk to him in the Capitol over the last couple of years, and I asked him, I said, do you have a girlfriend? And I knew he did, because with the stuff we talk about, he said, no, I had a couple. There's no way he could maintain a conversation with the average 24-year-old girl. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound sexist. It's just, you know, things I'm interested in, a 24-year-old girl isn't interested in, but he is. So that's why he doesn't have a girlfriend. He can't find anybody to keep up a conversation. I guess that's politically incorrect. So be it. He's a great speaker too. He's a pastor. But why the hell am I running? Okay, so 16 years in the State House. When those Marines got killed at the airport in August, I happened to be home that day, and I watched that, and I had tears in my eyes all day, as an old Marine would, because I knew those kids, figuratively speaking. I knew them. I served with them. I led them. And that horrific event, and all the general officers, and I was a enlisted officer, all the general officers, shame on that. It was horribly executed. A Marine Corps E4, a corporal, could have done a better job planning that withdrawal than those guys. I mean, just a mere fact, we were sitting here talking, you know, there was, I think, 14 U.S. servicemen killed, 12 Marines, I think 1 corpsman and 1 Army. You're told to stay at least 10 feet apart, right? You're not next to each other for that very reason. So if a bomb goes off, it doesn't kill all of you. That's just one thing. But that's when I decided to run. I said, you know what? I've got a safe, relatively safe seat. I mean, people know who I am. But I'm going to risk this. And then I was the first one to come out and call for Red Hill to be closed in October. I went on TV. I said, this thing's going to leak. We got to close it. 2 weeks later, boom, they got a big leak, right? So my opponent has $4 million already. So what am I going to do? Raise $1 million? Come on, it's not going to happen. I'll raise a little bit of money to try and keep a internet competitive campaign and get the issues out there. Because my hope is that come November, people are going to say, do we still have 200 million gallons of oil sitting 100 feet above our aquifer? And we do, and we will. because these guys have been so hyper-partisan that they can't get something done in a joint fashion with Republicans. You're going to need Republican votes to close that thing. It's got to be done in statute. It's got to be through an act of Congress with money attached to it. We don't have it. All they got money for was to fix the mess they made. And this is an old Marine talking, so I'm certainly not anti-military. But this current crop can't get it. And then you combine that with $5 gallon gas. How do you like that? $5.50, $5.70. It was $2.50 when Trump was president. The night he lost, oil futures doubled. Doubled. Why? Because Biden said he's going to declare war on fossil fuel. Guess who's paying the penalty? We are. Right? They want shots once everybody in an electric car. Have you been to Ever Beach? Where the hell are you going to charge these damn things? They got 3 or 4 cars by. That's where I live. There's no room to charge these things. By the way, 84% of them are built in China, and 92% come from Taiwan. The chips, which if we don't watch out, will be part of mainland China very soon. So the oil is going to, folks, all we have to do is we just pray and hope the media wants to talk about some issues. And they're going to have to talk about Red Hill. Say, why is it? They said it's closed. Damn, the thing's still got 200 million gallons of oil. And it leaks 5,800 a year if we do nothing. Dribs and drabs. The metal's 100 years old. It's got, it's metal fatigue. The concrete is flailing because the moisture. They're violating the Clean Air Act, but nobody cares. They have these big pots of oil, and the fumes are going straight into the air. Where Chevron has to have a filter on them. They have to. Where's my Chevron guy? Where's our Chevron guy? Keone. Right. So you guys got to clean that stuff. You just don't release it in the air. At Red Hill, Keone, it's a giant hole. It goes straight to the atmosphere. I told Civil Beat, I got documents from the Navy. We need to do X, Y, and Z to bring this into compliance with the Clean Air. I did give it to Civil Beat. They say, well, the Navy doesn't know anything about it. Well, of course they don't. Neither does the Board of Waters. Anyway. But $5 gallon gas, inflation. You went to buy your Easter dinner yesterday? I mean, we did. Price of everything has gone up. I mean, not just gone up, like almost doubled, right? And trying to blame it on Putin, this is nonsense. And then finally, the attack on our families through this aggressive social engineering that we see, it turns your stomach. People, so what I do, here's the secret, gang. When I talk about this stuff, this is how I get on TV. They want to cover it. They want me to say it. So they say, what's your problem with this stuff we're teaching kids? And you say, well, I'm afraid we're teaching them anomalous behaviors that some people might find disturbing. Well, what does that mean to the local guy watching TV, huh? But if you tell them, we're teaching your granddaughter anal sex. Oh, okay, we got a problem. That shocks them. And that's the way you have to tell them that. Otherwise, their eyes glaze over. And the reason the politicians don't want to say stop, even Art, you were at a rally, Art put on the rally, quite frankly. None of the politicians, God bless them, my friends, you were there, they didn't want to talk. Why? Because they don't want to get called names. They don't want to open up the Sunday paper like I did a week later and have David Shapiro take a big old you-know-what all over me and then calling me a bigot. But in the same breath says, well, parents have the right to ask these questions. Oh, well, I guess I don't. I'm only a parent and a grandparent and a consumer of the product. I can't ask the question. I'm going to get Steve does a great job. Let's give Steve Hope a big hand. He's carried the torch for years, Steve Hope has. I'm going to wrap up with this. This is one of the best turnouts I've seen in years. And great job to all of you. Whoever did it. Great job. Okay. Great job, Margaret. I know Margaret too. I can't believe I forgot to mention Margaret. I actually done business with her. Okay, call her if you need drywall or any kind of painting. Okay. All right, Steve, we're done. God bless.